Ever since the day that you went away, you went away.
Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra. I make commentary on pop culture and influencers. Today's video is something that happened a while ago, like a week and a little bit, maybe 2 weeks ago when this video goes up. It was right before Christmas, but I didn't have time to film this and post this because of the Christmas holidays and because I had another few videos planned already and scheduled. But I think this is important to talk about nevertheless because it just shows the lengths some influencers go to get famous, and it's insane. So this was on the news a while ago with an influencer called Katie Sorensen, who had an Instagram account, Motherhood Essentials. Now that Instagram account has been closed, so she's literally erased her whole presence on the internet. She posted videos explaining why she feels like when she went to the supermarket with her two kids on a stroller, they were about to get kidnapped by a shady couple who was following them around in the supermarket, which has been proven to be untrue later on.
Monday of this week, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap, which is such a weird thing to even vocalize, but it happened, and I want to share that story with you in an effort to raise awareness as to what signs to look for, and to just encourage parents to be more aware of their surroundings and what is going on around them. I think right now we are so distracted by everything that's going on in the world that we are kind of have our guards up so much about masks and wanting to keep our children safe that way that we're forgetting the most important way to keep them safe, and that is with us, and to not have them taken. So I'm going to share a story in an effort to raise that awareness, but I'm not ready. This is hard for me. I'm not ready to share this story, but I know it's important, and I would rather be uncomfortable and awkward and get the message out sooner than wait until I feel composed, because I don't know if I'll ever be composed talking about this. So here we go. On Monday, like I said, my children were the targets of attempted kidnap. We went to Michael's craft store just to run a few errands, get some things to make some homemade gifts. Very quick trip. I have not taken my children out a lot as of late, but this was just a situation where we just needed to run this errand, and I thought I came prepared. I brought the double stroller, thinking I'd just throw them in, cover them up, put the cover on top, and just walk through the store quickly, grab our stuff, and go. I only had 2 items I needed to grab, and then I did a Target pickup, so that was the only time we were getting out of the car. So we get to Michael's. I park as far away as possible in an effort to not inconvenience others with our big stroller. That was always my go-to. Whenever I brought the double stroller, I'd park far away so that people wouldn't be frustrated with me taking forever getting the stroller in and out. That is the first thing that from this day forward I will be doing differently if I ever choose to bring my kids out again.
She claimed she posted this to raise awareness, but a lot of things in the videos are just shady and don't add up. Like, for example, the fact that she said that she went back to her car when these people were already following her in the supermarket. She went back to her car without telling the manager to escort her to the car or calling the police or doing something. Like, you wouldn't just go to the car in the hopes that you can outrun these people, because a lot of parking lots, they have CCTV, but it's not big enough to extend to like all the parking lots, so you wouldn't maybe be able to find out who did this if there was actually a kidnapping there. The van was a few parking spots away, but then the van was next to their car, but somehow they got inside the supermarket before she did, so I don't know how they moved the van or who could have moved the van if they were already in the supermarket when she got there. So a lot of things in the story don't make sense. The reason why she said that these people looked dangerous to her is because they were not clean cut. So therefore they were working class, probably lower income, and that is a big problem for middle class white Western people that I've noticed. They just hate us working class people. A big problem here in England is because Eastern Europeans, Polish, Romanians, Bulgarians, namely, mostly, there are others, but mostly this, tend to work in like constructions, cleaning, and shit jobs. I'm not saying that with, making fun. Drivers, like my dad is he's a lorry driver, and these kind of jobs get a lot of shit and they are not considered dignified enough that we look proper, and because of that there is a lot of xenophobia. So I assume in America this is a person of color. Like, that is instantly what I assumed when I was reading this, and I was right, because they found out who the couple was that was allegedly going to kidnap her kids, and it was a Latino couple. So this just, it's just so obvious that this was a kind of profiling of these people, thinking they are suspicious instantly. She said that these two people have talked in the store about her kids, but maybe they were just talking about other kids. They later on said that they were talking about their nephews, which I believe, because it's not like her kids are the only kids with whatever color of hair and eyes. First, she didn't want to press charges, then she wanted to press charges, I guess because of the pressure being put on her. She said, I had no intentions or underlying motives for sharing my story other than to encourage fellow parents to always remain vigilant. She said, I hope my family and our local law enforcement will be given the respect and support we each deserve as we continue on. You don't deserve anything. I'm sorry, but support is not just something that is gifted to you. And later on, people from that community have organized a rally of sorts in defense of this family, because apparently this family were wearing a Black Lives Matter hoodie when they were accused of this. So I don't think it's coincidence, that's what I've been saying. I just think it was racially motivated, this whole thing.
Because do you really think it's okay to go online and be racist and make stories about a family? It's hard enough to be a Latin family in a white community.
Martinez says she understands why police put out this surveillance image of her and her husband, but doesn't like it.
Unfortunately, we have targets on our back because we were labeled this, regardless of what's true or not.
Martinez says she wants Sorensen prosecuted for filing a false police report.
The Katies of the world, it stops here. I'm sorry. It's not going on anymore.
You are the worst type of human being.
We don't want to be here today. This is uncomfortable. And right now, we're having an uncomfortable conversation.
The family's reputation could be affected very, very easily by this. First of all, because they are minorities, and secondly, because the local community would know them from that news article that talked about this. They said they are scared to go to that supermarket now because the staff would recognize them from, when they were requested the CCTV. They would know who this is on about. And I just think a lot of the shit that Katie has done is shady. Like I said before, she went to the car trying to outrun them. Like, this is not what you do when you think your child is being kidnapped. You stay in the space where many people are congregated, so it's safer for you. You talk to the manager. You call the police from inside the building. Like, this is common sense. Radiant Braid, I like her channel. She made a video detailing everything that Katie said in her video, so I would link that in the description because I feel like it shows more of this. The local police department didn't want to say if they have any evidence of this being racially motivated or hate crime of sorts, so it remains to be seen what's gonna happen with this, I guess. I just genuinely think it's very, very hard to panic in a situation like that if this were true, but I don't think it's true, because even though you panic in a situation like that, when you panic, you tend to congregate with other people and ask for help. Even though you're in a panic state, you don't run away from potential help, which is what she did. And I just feel like this was done for attention, or because, she knew it's gonna get her followers because other people have had similar stories. And it's just terrifying to me that people would go this far and stoop this low to do something like this. It's just weird that somebody would want to gain their new reputation on this criteria. Like, it's just so stupid. I just don't get why you would want to do that. And the thing is, there have been a lot of conversations this year in 2020 with child trafficking and rings that do this and how it happens and how the elites and the rich people are involved, from the anonymous leak to the whole Wayfair scandal to with everything being unearthed with Jimmy Savile as well as Epstein. Like, this have been trending topics, which they should have always been, because obviously this is one of the most serious problems that our world is facing right now, and I don't understand why you want to get clout on the back of that instead of raising awareness for the situations in general. You want to make it personal, you want to make it about you. This is not about you, this is about kids who have actually been kidnapped. So maybe instead of doing this shit, you could have shared a list of people who have been missing and show their pictures and see, if somebody has any information. Like, that is how you could use your platform in a good way, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think this was racially motivated? Do you think it's a fake story? I have heard things about how this woman may be affiliated with MLMs, but I couldn't find anything because obviously she's wiped her presence online. Like this video if you like it, subscribe to my channel for more commentary, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Ever since the day that you